For Olympus News, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Thomas. This is year 476 AD.
Our top story tonight, Rome has officially fallen. Yes, the Roman Empire has failed.
In other news, a look back in history, Constantine, the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity, renamed the capital city to Constantinople.
Constantinople, I believe it's called. But go on anyway.
Many years ago, before the fall of Rome.
Now to you, unpaid intern. What else is on the list for tonight? And then... Goodness.
Diocletian.
Thanks, unpaid intern. The emperor that divided Rome in 248 AD. Not a good time in my opinion. The Roman Empire was divided into an east side and a west side. The east side was taken by the emperor, and the west side was taken by co-emperors appointed by Diocletian. The way that he decided to separate was the Latin-speaking and the Greek-speaking. This just happened to be on the east and west side. After 305 AD, he retired with no formal heir, and the country went immediately into a civil war and utter chaos.
The people during this time had lost considerable faith in the empire. The Roman trade routes were sacked and constantly raided by Vandals and barbarians. This led to the discontinuation of profit and increased taxation on the empire, losing all the profit that could be made there. These attacks happened a while after the traders are far off in the other empires, in other places.
The empires before that became crazed with power, and they kind of used it to, well, further their own interests rather than the interests of the people, which they were supposed to. But that happens when you're in an empire, I guess. The threat from European tribes have continued for months and beginning to grow. And eventually they became overwhelming, only because, and I believe it's the Huns that forced the Germanic tribes into Rome. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, our top story tonight, back to the point, Rome has fallen. Yeah, big deal. We saw it coming here in Olympus. The attacks plagued the empire for months, grew rapidly, and the Germanic tribes were forced into Roman land by the Huns, led by Attila the Hun, all the barbarians and brutal people that just weren't very nice. The barbarians trying to flee the savage Huns eventually ended up in Roman land. So that's how Rome kind of it got the death blow, long story short. Now for Olympus News, good night. This is our final broadcast, and good riddance to the fall of Rome. Good night.